Hey guys, the diaspora is on fire again. And this time, I'm not here to defend anyone. 3 African women in Birmingham, Alabama were arrested for kidnapping and assault. Over what? Hair braiding. Seriously? As an American woman, African woman, I'm also American because by citizenship, who has lived in the US for over 30 years and personally experienced this African braiding, overcharging, and the experiences. This is very annoying, the disrespect. I need us to talk about it. Welcome to ChitChat with AkuyeDede. Hey guys, let me give you a fair warning. This video tackles hard truths, not for the faint-hearted. But if you want genuine change, real talk, and fresh perspective, you're in the right place. In this episode, we're going to dig into the facts of the arrest as reported by MSN and other outlets, the culture of African hair braiders, the high demand, high prices, and frequent tensions. And then I'll share my own story of when I was overcharged by a braider in New Jersey. Braiding salons overcharging and the disrespectful way in which they handle their clients and customers. I need us to talk honestly. Guys, this isn't about FBA versus Africans. This isn't about who is better. This is about business ethics. This is about accountability. Hey, I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm not here to take sides. I'm not here to talk against anyone, but fair is fair. Do you understand? I'm an African. If the African is wrong, the African is wrong. What they did was wrong. Let's dig into the facts, shall we? Let me repeat this. Let me make my position very clear. And if a crime has been committed, they must face the law. You know I'm a lawyer. I don't believe in people committing crimes, and I'm not going to defend them. But if they didn't, they deserve the same fairness as everyone else. Look, guys, let me tell you this. You go into this lady, I'll show you a clip of the video, goes into a hair braiding shop. Before she did, she sent a text message to the owner and asked for how much she'd be charged. She goes in, they're done braiding the hair. They said they'll charge $200 by the text. She gets there after the fact, they go, oh no, you have to pay $50 extra. Why? The reason they gave her, from what I was hearing, was because they used human hair. Bull crap. African braiders, hair braiding salons do this a lot. So before I touch on my story, let me tell you, they refused to let this woman leave the salon. Maybe they don't know about false imprisonment. When you unlawfully confine someone in a space and leave her with no alternative route to leave, you wouldn't let her leave. Why? Because of $50. Now you're sitting in a jail where? In Birmingham, Alabama, in this climate. You want eyes after you? What's wrong with my African sisters and brothers? This is not how you should be conducting business. You kept the woman confined, and not only did you do that, you pulled her hair. That's assault. I've seen it, the scalp. Why would you do that? We cannot afford to keep using the practices that a lot of you comfortably use in Africa, in the United States. You shouldn't even be doing that in Africa. And let me tell you, when these things happen, because the lady in question is Black American, and the African braiding shop obviously belongs to an African, did you see how quickly our communities turned against each other? This is what happens when something goes wrong. Now, before you jump to conclusions, let's talk honestly about this case, about the facts, and why the African and Black American divide keeps resurfacing every time there's a conflict. The diaspora tension is very real. every time an African immigrant is accused, the foundational Black Americans, which is FBA, versus African issue reignites. We don't want that. But in this case, my African sisters, you are wrong. You should not have done that. It's been done to me before. It was done to me just before I left the United States to come to Ghana to visit. I went to this lady who braids my hair. As you can see, I typically either have braids, regular braids, or I have the crochet locks in my hair. I went in there, I wanted to do the crochet locks, and I changed my mind. I can't remember why I changed my mind. She already told me how much she was going to charge, and then we switched it to do the box braids. After that, my mistake was I didn't ask her how much it would cost if we switched to box braids. After that, I ended up paying over almost $300. And I asked her, why? What exactly did you do? And she was looking at my face. To avoid a fight or to avoid it, I just paid her and I said, I am never coming back to your salon. I spoke to my friends about it. I even spoke to my sister-in-law about it. And she goes, there's a reason why she stopped going to the African braiding shops. So if us Africans who understand you culturally, we're avoiding coming to you because of your disrespectful behaviors, your assaults, your overcharging, overpricing. What do you expect the Black American who does not understand your culture, does not understand how all of this works, how do you expect them to behave? How dare you pull someone's hair? What did you get from it? Now you're languishing in jail in Birmingham, Alabama, of all places. Why would you do that? Guys, let's get down to certain topics. Let's discuss this. Guys, let's see what are the real issues here. Economic pressure, immigrant hustling culture, under the table work, cultural misunderstanding, customer service mismatches, or trauma on both sides. Come on. What kind of economic pressure will push you to pull yank someone's hair out and leave a balding scalp? What is that? So I have a few questions. And when you come and comment, I know some Africans are not going to be happy with me. You're going to attack me. Please be respectful in your attacks. I'll be ready for you. And I know your FBA Black Americans are also going to attack me. Be respectful. I'm ready for you. You did that to me in my previous video when y'all decided to boycott African businesses. This goes beyond that. Let me ask this. Why do African braiders feel comfortable overcharging and switching prices? If you don't know, let me tell you, I'm in Ghana right now, and it's done here. It's a cultural thing. You ask them for, listen, you can buy something for, in Ghana we spend cedis. For 10 cedis in one place, you go to another place, it's being sold for 200 cedis. Overpricing is part of the culture. Or you ask an artist an artisan, a carpenter, to do something, to create something for you, build something for you, and they start with overcharging, and they're used to the bargaining thing. So you have to bargain and bring the price down. They take this mentality to the US, to the UK. You can't take what you practice in Africa into the Western world. It's very different. Let me see. That's part of the most of the reason why, mainly the reason why they overcharge and they switch the prices on you, because they get away with it where they're from. Now, why do some African businesses abroad struggle with customer service or customer ethics? It's easy. We don't have that here. I remember not too long ago, the current president of Ghana made a speech about customer ethics or customer services and how it's lacking in Ghana. It's not just Ghana, it's the whole of Africa. We need to train our people more on customer service and let them understand the importance of it. Because they've grown up lacking any experience, any skill in customer service, and they take it wherever they want to take it. So this is not good. Now, is this a one-off crime or a pattern that we're ignoring? This is not a one-off crime. I'm sure there are others that haven't been reported. They keep doing this. My African people, stop it. Seriously. Attacking people in your shops, getting physical, it's a no-no. Nobody's going to support this kind of crass, backward behavior. And when you come under my comments, come and attack me. And you hear it from me again. It is not done. It's unacceptable. Now, why does, my question again, let me see this. Why does every African versus Black American conflict explode instantly online? This shouldn't have exploded, but it did. Actually, it went so big it's on MSN because of the tensions that still exist between, well, some Black Americans and Africans. In my last video about the boycott, some came and said, we should delineate. We don't want anything to do with you Africans. We wanted to get together and you rejected it. So now we're delineating. We don't want anything to do with you. Must that keep going on? All this tension. Okay, you don't want to live with us. You don't want to get along. That's fine. It's not fine by me, but hey, to each his own. But do we have to keep fighting over everything? Can we have some peace? Come on. How do we fix it? Because we're still going to live with you lot. So how do we fix the diaspora tension without pretending one group is always right? We're all wrong. We are all wrong. But in this particular case, let me tell you, the African braiding shop, the owner and her two assistants were wrong in holding that woman captive and pulling her hair and refusing to let her go. They deserve the charges they're facing. Hey guys, so you know I get passionate about these things. I need you to know that there's trauma on both sides. Whether African or Black American, there's trauma. We can't build unity if we refuse accountability. We can't heal the diaspora if we ignore the truth. African immigrants must do better in business, and Black Americans deserve respect in service. But at the end of the day, we're still one people. So my FBA people who do not want to see yourself as Africans, I respect that. We're still one people. This case should teach us how to correct each other without destroying each other. I've read some of your comments under a lot of these posts that are coming through regarding this issue. Let's call ICE on them. ICE will get them. They need to be deported. They're not supposed to be here. And you're asking, once again, you're asking your Black American ladies and whomever goes to get braiding done, don't go to African braiders. That's not the answer. It's like, listen, we have some, if you haven't noticed, we do have something kind of in common with the Asians. You know when you go and get your nails done? And they're very rude and disrespectful, and they have a price list up there, but you find yourself paying more. It's a cultural thing, so we need to educate ourselves some more on both sides. Africans need to know how to conduct businesses within the American culture. Let's not lose respect for each other, and let's stop with attacking each other physically. It is not done. Once again, this is Chit Chat with AkuyeDede. Have a wonderful time out there. Peace.